Okay. We all heard the news. Breaking news. LeBron James signed with the Philadelphia 76ers, right? But what does that mean for the Eastern Conference? Now that LeBron James is officially a Philadelphia 76er, and make no mistake, this isn't just a franchise-changing move. This is an Eastern Conference-changing move. For the better part of 2 decades, the East has been defined by one question. How do you get past LeBron? Now the question has changed. How do you beat LeBron, Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, and Tyrese Maxey all on the same team? Today we're going to be breaking down exactly how this signing reshapes the Eastern Conference, what it means for every contender, and whether Philadelphia has officially become the team to beat. And now, for years, the Eastern Conference has been relatively open. Boston sat on top, Milwaukee was dangerous whenever Giannis was healthy, Cleveland kept improving, New York became a legitimate contender. Orlando was emerging. Indiana proved they could make deep playoff runs. There were 5 or 6 teams that believed they had a chance. And now, once again, LeBron changes that overnight. Every contender now has to ask one question before thinking about a championship. Can we survive a 7-game series against Philadelphia? That psychological shift matters. Teams no longer prepare for Embiid. They prepare for one of the greatest playoff minds basketball has ever seen. And so, championship teams usually process 4 things, right? An MVP level superstar, elite perimeter scoring, playoff experience, and someone who can control the game when everything slows down. All of a sudden, Philadelphia has all 4. Joel Embiid remains one of the most dominant interior forces in basketball. Tyrese Maxey provides elite speed and perimeter scoring. Jaylen Brown gives them another all-NBA caliber wing capable of defending multiple positions. And then comes LeBron, the greatest floor general of his generation. When playoff basketball slows down, when every possession becomes a chess match, nobody has controlled postseason basketball longer than LeBron James. And that's exactly what Philadelphia has been missing. Not talent, but direction. And so let's go team by team. Boston's biggest strength has always been versatility. But LeBron has spent 20 plus years solving Boston defenses. I mean, come on now. This goes back to Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen, to the rookie Jason Tatum era. I mean, now he doesn't have to carry the scoring load by himself. Imagine trying to stop Embiid on the inside. Jaylen Brown attacking downhill. Maxey flying in transition. LeBron orchestrating everything. They still got VJ Edgecombe. I mean, Boston could try to match talent, but matching basketball IQ is something way different. Then you got Cleveland, right? Cleveland has the youth, the athleticism, the defense, but playoff experience still matters. LeBron immediately gives Philadelphia a massive edge in composure. Young teams often lose games before they even begin mentally. Nobody understands playoff adjustments better than LeBron. And I don't know about you, but you tell me, who do you trust in a 7-game series? LeBron, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Embiid, or James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen? I don't know about you, but I'm going with Philly. And now you have New York, the biggest obstacle, I would say. The Knicks built their identity around toughness, physicality, rebounding, defense. Philly now matches every one of those strengths while possessing significantly more offensive power. That is a frightening combination. You have the Knicks, and they have Jalen Brunson. That is true. But Philly got Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown and VJ Edgecombe and Embiid and still LeBron. And now Indiana wants to play fast. They want transition, constant movement. LeBron has spent his career punishing fast teams by slowing games down when necessary. We've seen this in the playoffs time and time again. Philly now has the flexibility to play either style. And Orlando continues to improve. They have length, defense, young stars, but championship windows usually require years and years of playoff learning. Philadelphia immediately becomes several steps ahead just based off experience alone. And so the biggest winner might not be Embiid. Everyone will focus on Joel Embiid, but the biggest beneficiary of LeBron being there could actually be Tyrese Maxey. LeBron has elevated point guards throughout his career. You have Kyrie Irving, Mario Chalmers, Alex Caruso, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell. Even role players have enjoyed career best efficiency playing next to him because he creates easier shots than almost anyone in NBA history. And so Maxey no longer has to create everything, right? Instead, he can attack rotating defenses, catch defenses scrambling, play off the ball. His efficiency could reach another level. And then Jaylen Brown finally gets his ideal offensive role. Jaylen Brown benefits enormously, right? Instead of constantly initiating offense, he becomes one of the league's most dangerous secondary scorers. Imagine LeBron drawing help, finding Brown attacking an already broken defense. Brown becomes harder to stop because defenses can't load up on him anymore. Instead of facing the opponent's entire defense, he's attacking gaps. And that's where Brown is his absolute best. You have Tyrese Maxey taking pressure off of him. You have VJ Edgecombe taking pressure off of him. You have Embiid. Brown is going to have, if not his best, one of his best seasons. And another thing is Joel Embiid faces less pressure than ever. No superstar in recent years has faced more postseason criticism than Joel Embiid, right? Sometimes fairly, sometimes unfairly. Now, everything changes. Double team Embiid, LeBron punishes you. Collapse into the paint, Maxey hits open threes. You rotate too aggressively, Brown attacks the closeout. This is probably the least defensive attention Embiid has ever received during his entire prime. That alone could make him more efficient than we've ever seen in the playoffs. And then you have the mental advantage. Championship basketball isn't just physical, it's psychological. Every playoff series eventually reaches a moment where the game slows down. One possession, one timeout, one adjustment, one decision. LeBron has lived in those moments for 2 decades. The younger Eastern Conference stars simply haven't. And Philadelphia now possesses the greatest playoff problem solver of the modern era. And that experience cannot be measured in statistics. And so this move doesn't just affect Philadelphia. It changes everyone else. Boston may feel pressure to make another trade. Cleveland might accelerate its timeline. New York could become even more aggressive before the deadline. When one team forms, everyone else starts looking for answers. Philly may have forced the entire conference into an arms race. And so is Philly the favorite? On paper, they absolutely are. They have the scoring, they have the size, they have the playmaking, they have the experience and the defense. Very few teams can match that combination besides maybe the Knicks or Boston, depending on what moves they can make going forward. But championships aren't won in July. Health remains the biggest question. LeBron is entering the later stages of his career. Embiid has dealt with injuries throughout his entire career. Managing the regular season may become just as important as dominating it. If they're healthy in May, Philly has a strong chance at a championship as anyone else in the game of basketball. And so LeBron joining Philadelphia isn't just another superstar changing teams. It's one of those rare moves that completely reshape the balance of power, similar to KD joining the Golden State Warriors, right? The Eastern Conference was competitive yesterday, and now it has a new measuring stick. Every contender now has one goal: figure out how to beat Philly 4 times in 7 games. Because if they can't, the road to the NBA Finals now runs through the city of brotherly love. And that's exactly why this signing could become one of the defining moves of the 2026 NBA offseason.